Crafty friends, it's Rick. I'm back with another video for Miss Ink Stamps. Today we are going to make a Christmas card for Christmas in July. And we're going to use the coffee stamp set, which I have been holding until it was restocked. It's finally restocked, so we're going to use it and make a coffee themed Christmas card. We're also going to use the coffee stencil, graphic stencil. And I'm debating on the Frosty Flakes stencil. Haven't decided yet. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go ahead and stamp my image. So I've got a piece of alcohol marker friendly paper, and we're going to stamp it. And we're going to stamp our coffee cup using alcohol marker friendly ink. And I'm going to stamp it in tuxedo black ink. So I'm going to ink it up. We'll stamp that down. I am stamping, again, on alcohol marker friendly paper. So I'm going to give that a little bit of time to dry. So I'm going to set this to the side. So I've got a top folding A2 card base. I'm going to pop that on the inside. I'm going to reposition my stamp here. And I'm going to also stamp a sentiment on the inside as well while we have our stamp set out. But I'm going to use a light tan ink for the inside of my card. I may change my mind. No, I think that's great. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that twice. I'm going to use Keep the Crazy Away for Another Day, just because I think that's going to be funny. So we're going to pop that right down here, close to our image on the inside. I'll pick that up, and then I'm going to stamp it just in the same ink we've used. I do have all of the supplies linked and listed in the video description below. I'm going to stamp that a third time just to make it stand out a little bit more. All right, so there is the inside of my card. I'm going to flip this over and go ahead and stamp my personal stamp on the back, one of them. And I'm going to stamp it in a green ink. I'm just going to stamp that right at the bottom. That way I don't have to do it later. Move that to the side. All right, I have a piece of white cardstock cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And we are going to do a double stencil. I'm going to take my Frosty Flakes 6x6 stencil, and we are going to use the ink that is on my brush, and we're going to add just a subtle snowy background to our card front. Just going to lightly ink that up. And when we pull it off, you're going to really see the difference. I did go ahead and prep my other stencil with some repositionable adhesive so that I could get it stuck down. Just some two-way glue. I'm going to line this up in the corner right there. Press that into place. And then I'm going to use some mint tape or repositionable tape to hold that on this edge and to mask off this part right there. Since this is a double stencil, then I can come in with my brown ink. I'm going to pounce over my zeros or my O's. So hopefully they don't move this time. You can use Pixie Spray. I couldn't find my Pixie Spray. I know that should come as no shock. It's in one of those safe spots that you can't ever find. All right, so we're going to do our coffee, and we're keeping it away from this one down here because I don't want that part on that. See, we got our little O moving right there. Stay in place. And I'm going to add a slightly darker color at the bottom here. I want it to just gradually be a little bit darker. All right, I'm going to move this to the side. All right, I went ahead and colored and fussy cut my stamped image out so that we can start building our card. So I've got my card there. We've got our card base. We've got our focal image that's going to go right there. So we'll go ahead and layer up our card front. And the cardstock I'm using is textured or smooth. You can use either side. Add liquid glue to the back of this panel. I'll add that on. Then I'm going to pop my coffee cup up. We're going to take some foam tape. Pop on here. A few little smaller pieces right there on that side. And the other as well. I'm just going to cut some small strips. So I'm going to pop those on. Do the same thing to our other side over here. We'll add just some strips on there. And then I will peel these backings off. Add liquid glue to our foam tape. I can wiggle this around a little bit more. And lay that where I want it to go. Then I'm going to add some gel pen highlights. After we get it attached to our card, I'll take and add that to my card front. I'm going to add just a little bit of highlighting to our stamped images, definitely on our little berries. I'm going to add just a little dot of white to each one of them. Add some to our petals. Give that a little bit of life. And our little flowers over the leaves over there. Add a little bit to our coffee cup top. All right, my friends, here is a closer look at our card we just made together today for our coffee themed holiday card. Here's a look at the inside. It says, keeping the crazy away for another day. I think it's just a funny little card. If you need any of the supplies, I have them all linked and listed in the video description below. If you like this video, you're probably going to like the one coming up right over there. I'll see you in that video. Bye, guys. Stay crafty. Love you.